Okay, so hi everybody and welcome to tonight's motivational webinar designed for all creatives in business. It's Ailish Monks here welcoming you all firstly with a quick sound check. I may have met many of you at recent events and seminars and many more of you online within our social media network, so it's lovely to see you all online this evening. We are thrilled to be sharing this session with so many of you, and both Catherine and I are determined to share an amazing 60 minutes with you. We have so much to share, from simple tips to boost your year, to business supporting ideas and much, much more. We want to ensure that you have the very best experience online with us this evening, as your education is really important to us both. I'm just going to do a brief sound check to make sure everything is running nice and smoothly for you. So if you could please take a moment to type a short message into the question panel now, and if you could hear me loud and clear, that would be fantastic. And they are coming through really nicely. So hi, Julie and Julia. Lovely to see you online with us tonight, Sharon and Yvette. Hi, Tony. That's fantastic, everyone. Thank you. Okay. So tonight is an evening designed for you and your aspirations. We only have 60 minutes, and I know with experience that the time flies. So many say how much they enjoy the learning experience online with us, so I'm really excited for us all this evening. Catherine has prepared a really insightful evening for you all, and she is acknowledged for her motivational approaches to business, as well as her sheer passion for connecting to all of those in business. So if you have any questions throughout the session this evening, please enter them into the chat box on the right-hand side of your screen. Please click the bubble next to your comment to mark it as a question before posting. Catherine will endeavour to answer questions throughout the session, but there will be a dedicated Q&A session at the end of this broadcast. I know that Catherine is determined to give all those she trains the very best educational experience this evening. In order to gain the best possible experience from the session tonight, please close down any social media platforms you may be running, as this may affect the sound quality of the webinar you are experiencing at home. If at any point as well you suffer any connection issues, there's just a little reconnection button at the bottom of the screen. If you click that, you should be able to hear us again loud and clear. So now all you need to do is have your pens at the ready, make plenty of notes and dedicate this next hour to your business. Give your business and your aspirations the attention they deserve. With real pleasure, I'd now like to hand over to Catherine Connor, founder of Aspire Photography Training.
Oh, thank you, Ailish. What a great introduction. I'm going to steal, firstly, Ailish's word, inspiration, aspiration. And that really is going to be our theme for the evening. I'm thrilled to see so many of you taking your businesses seriously. So many of you giving your businesses time. To get the best out of this session, many of you have done this already. Many of you have already to you and near you your pad and your pencil, which inspires me, because I'm going to visualise as the evening unfolds those pads bursting with ideas, bursting with notes, and those pencils scribing away at speed. And many more of you might be utilising the notepad, the notebooklets that we've designed for you. Whatever your method, take lots and lots of notes. You might want to listen to this session again and again and again, taking more notes, really making sure that you get the best of all of the suggestions and ideas that we have for you. Many might have met me before. I've mentored so many of you. I'm spotting your names right now. I've mentored so many of you over the years. Some of you I've met through Instagram. Many of you have met through our Instagram morning motivation, and many more at exhibitions and events. So welcome to all of you, because tonight's session has to be a dedication to you, your businesses. We're going to talk about business, tribe, habits. Gosh, I have packed a lot into these 60 minutes, and I've got to confess, I'm already slightly concerned I might be stealing actually 90 minutes of your glorious time. I make no apologies for having lots and lots of enthusiasm for you and for your business. I really want all of you to get the best out of these sessions that we host, because it is about the approaches and steering your business through your approaches into a great future. So let's get started. We've got 10, and this is number 1. So number 1, I want you to write down future, your future, and perhaps even give it an exclamation mark. This is all about thinking ahead. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm the sort of girl that loves living in the moment. I'm all for that. I really am. I'm all for that. But I'm also all about what's ahead of us. So the number 1 tip for all of us online is really think about your future. What's ahead of you right now? For sure, time has a habit of flying by. It terrifies me how fast time flies. We've all got to think about, yes, living in the moment, doing the best for the day. I'm all for that. But I'm also all for thinking about next year and the year ahead. I don't know how many of you do weddings. Many of you might do weddings. But if you're helming a wedding business, for sure you're thinking about already your next year and the year ahead. And if you're not and you're new to business, absorb this tip. It's so critically important to start to plan and forecast and think about time ahead, and definitely if you're in the wedding market. You've really got to give your business a chance to grow, perform. So my number 1 tip is this. Allocate, as your months unfold, time to daydream about your future. This is something I do. I daydream about next year. I talk to Ailish and my team about next year and all of our future plans. And gosh, guys, I've got some super exciting plans for you all next year. So I talk about our next year and I talk about our year ahead. It's really important to believe in your future and give yourself some thinking time. I'm a bit uncertain though, and I hope you don't mind me mentioning this. I am a bit uncertain though, thinking about, 10 years ahead, 8 years ahead. That just feels like a lifetime away for me. What I am all about though is the 18 months, the 3 years, tiny short windows of time. Everything you are doing right now in this month, for sure, is going to have an impact on your future. Everything all of us do this year, and this inspires me, everything all of us are doing this year will have a huge impact on the success of our next year. And that really, really motivates me. It gives me vigour and confidence about the difference I'm making. I want you to have that confidence that you're making a difference to your future by the actions of which you're taking now. So that's my tip number 1. But let's dive into tip number 2. Tribe. Wow. So many of you know, I'm famous for allocating lots and lots of time to talking about tribe, your tribe. It's really important to think about those you serve as much as you can. So let's talk about your tribe. All businesses have to be designed for somebody. Who's your somebody? Who have you designed your business for? I want you to really think about that. In fact, I want you to jot that down in your notebooklet, or I want you to jot that down in your special pad. But who is your business designed for? Who have you designed your brand for, your service for, your image bank for, your portfolio for? Who is it being designed for? It's all about creating a well-groomed avatar. I want you to really understand the persona, the personalities. We're talking a lot about this currently in a lot of our marketing courses. I'm talking a lot to all of those we train about personas and how you have to market differently to different types of personalities. You have to understand and know the personalities that are traveling through your business. But start with your thoughts. Who do you want to travel through your business? Who is it designed for? Give a lot of serious attention to the type of tribe you want to travel through your doors. Aspire, this helps you, and if this guides you or inspires you, is actually, and it's probably you, designed for the serious about knowledge. Everything I do is about education, knowledge. So Aspire's for all of those that are serious about knowledge, the creatives, the quirkies, the radicals, the business-minded. I believe too, the family-orientated. I also believe too that if you like Aspire, you love lifestyle, you love nice coffee, you love nice bread, you love information, you like pretty things. If you've been drawn to Aspire, my tribe, you've been drawn to Aspire because we like similar things. We think in a similar way. We perhaps even share the same values. But what about you and your business? So write this down. What's my business designed for and whom? And this is a biggie. And I do have to share this. We share this, we explore this, and we really expand on the devil in the detail here in a lot of the marketing seminars now. But I want to gift you this. It's really important to understand now, and certainly the way our consumer thinks, of what your consumer's values are. Your business will be designed for a somebody. But what is that somebody's value? What really, really matters? I know for sure for you guys, service matters, inspiration matters, knowledge matters, info matters, shortcuts matter, wasting no time matters. But what matters to your tribe? What really matters to them? And then the next thing I want you to think about and consider answering over time or with us. How do your tribe like to feel? That's really important. How do your tribe like to feel? My tribe, which is you like to feel inspired, safe, secure. You like to feel loved. Everything's safe and warm and cozy. And I don't mind that. I light the candles for you here at Aspire. I try and make sure that everything is considered so you feel okay. But what do you need to consider for your clients? Because they're going to engage with you on so many levels. So it's really important to understand your clients and understand, and this is a biggie and not much time is given to this, to really understand how your clients feel about photography. Sharon's asking a great question here. How do you define who your tribe is? That's a really good question. Sharon, as ever, I'm going to firstly give you some homework, and then I'm going to secondly give you a clue. So Sharon, first job I want you to do this weekend, and it's nearly here, one more sleep. So Sharon, one more sleep to the weekend, and what I like you to do this weekend is this. Go and visit a magazine store. I often get photographers to do this, and if anybody else wants to do it, join in the quest with Sharon. Go and visit a magazine store, Sharon, and look at the whole broad collection of gorgeous, delicious, glossy magazines. And I want you to try, Sharon, and pick one. Try and pick one. If you're tempted to 2 or 3, I won't scold you for it, but pick one if you can. And pick one magazine that will help you. If you had a tribe, what magazine would they be reading? Would it be Harper's Bazaar? Would it be Country Living? Would it be Food and Travel? Would it be Elle Decor? What magazine defies your tribe? And you may indeed have to do this with 2 or 3. And if you have to do this, Sharon, with 2 or 3, that's so super okay. But Sharon, if you walk away from WH Smith's or any other magazine store this weekend with a pile of 7 magazines and 8 magazines and 9 magazines, oh, Sharon, you've been naughty there and you're just overindulging the exercise. 1, 2, 3 magazines will nail that for you. Do that for me, and then let me give you a clue. How do you define your tribe? Start with your photography, Sharon. That's the first clue I always give photographers. When you think about your style, Sharon, when you think about, in fact, let's just use this picture as an example. This picture is a very timeless picture. This picture is designed perhaps for mothers that see childhood through goggles that are very romantic and nostalgic, because the picture has a job to do, Sharon. So I want you and others, tap into this exercise, join Sharon at it. Look at your pictures, pick 3 or 4, Sharon, and look at them and start with photography. Not enough photographers do this. They don't start with the product. Start with the product. Who is your product designed for? Some photographers are a bit gritty. Some photographers' work is a bit deep, is packed with emotion. Other photographers' work is a bit whimsical. Other photographers' work is a bit timeless. Who is your craft being created by you, Sharon, designed for? Start there. Start there. And that will really, really help you. Really, really help you. And this is a big and broad subject. And naturally, as you know, we've got 60 minutes. I think I might hit 90, but we've got 60 minutes. This is something that is really, really important to explore, especially when we consider, and we are going to do tonight, when we consider marketing. Let me ask you a question. How many of you feel when you're marketing, this might help Sharon too, how many of you feel when you're marketing and you're out there posting on Facebook, tweeting away on Twitter, emailing your clients, sending out mailers, how many of you, and feel safe to answer here, guys, how many of you at times feel like you're marketing and nobody's listening? How many of you at times feel like you're working really, really hard, you're sending it all out there? Hello, universe. Is anybody there? Does anybody feel like that? Has anybody at times felt like they're ranting and raving and marketing to a universe that isn't listening? Let's pause for a moment. How many of you felt like that? Oh, bless you, David, all of the time. And we need to help you solve that, David, for sure. Tina's saying yes. Sarah's saying absolutely yes. Sharon's saying, yes, that's me. Jodie sometimes. Irene, yes. Natalie, me. Absolutely, guys. Marketing, let me reassure you, and I really need to. It's not you. So let's start here. It's not you. Our methodology within marketing has really changed over the last, I know for sure, 18 months, 12 months. Everything has really, really changed. The language of which we use has changed. We speak and we communicate with our tribe now with shorter phrases. They want us to communicate in a slightly different way. So you need to start thinking about, firstly, as we've mentioned to Sharon, those pictures, who they're designed for, what your clients value, what matters to them, how you're going to make them feel, and how they feel about photography. Because we've really got to learn together to explore together how we're going to communicate to our tribe. They read less, they're more driven by the visual, they read pictures more, and they read words less. But this might help you. Number 3 might help you. I really, really want to help you. Number 3. This is a biggie. And Sharon, really pay attention to this, because this is really broadening from the exercise I've just given you. My number 3 tonight, your offering, the menu, the biggie, the absolute biggie. This is the most important thing to consider. Are you offering to your tribe what they want? Are you offering the right product to the right people? I'm known for often saying this, and I believe this might help you, that McDonald's worked really, really super hard at marketing. But I promise you this, they're not marketing to me, and they don't even want me in their store. I don't want a Big Mac. I don't want fries. I don't even like milkshake. I might have a Caesar salad, but I want a black coffee and I want it in a porcelain cup. I want a chia salad. I want something really nice and fresh. I want to feel like I've been to Ottolenghi. McDonald's doesn't want me. There is nothing on their menu, trust me, that I want to eat or drink. I may be tempted by a Diet Coke, and that's as far as I'm going to go, because I'm not their tribe. So your picture is the first clue, Sharon. And secondly, you've got to understand their values. And thirdly, we've got to get the menu right. It's about really understanding your clients and making sure that you've got things within your store that they want. How many of you at times have gone out really, really hungry? You've gone out really, really hungry, and you've looked at a menu and you're hungry, and you've studied a menu and you're still hungry, and you're reading the menu and you're more hungry, but they're not speaking your language. There just seems to be nothing here for you to eat. So you flick through and just tap into having your obvious. And my obvious and my sort of obvious in many restaurants is a Caesar salad. So I'm looking at a menu and it's not speaking my language. It's not looking the way I want it to look. I think, oh, Caesar salad, because I don't know what to do. And then there are many other menus that I just walk away from. How many of you feel like that? I'm sure many of you do at times. The menu, the wording, the pictures are all written in a way that doesn't work for you. So, a lot of homework to do here, guys. As ever, this is time to step back from your business and really think about, is your business functioning 100%? Is your business performing in a way that will engage with clients? Do you have the right pictures? Are there pictures with the right colour palette? Are you using the right language? Do you have the right offering upon that menu? Put everything under the microscope. Put everything under the microscope. Spend as much time as you possibly can analysing your business. And ask yourself this too. This is a biggie too. Can people spend enough in your store? Is your store designed in a way that will encourage people to spend in your store? Does it even look like a store? Does your business look and feel like a business? We've got Yvette Craig online tonight, a brand designer, somebody that works helping many, many photographers, including us, look at the infrastructure of our businesses and our brands. And why is somebody like Yvette Craig essential to people in business, and people like Melissa Love essential to people in business? Because they build us platforms of which we communicate from. So, homework, guys, look at your language, look at your stores. Are they behaving? Are they behaving? Now is the time to put everything under the microscope. I want you to consider this too. You have many, many gifts as an artist. There were so many, I can see you all, so many talented photographers online this evening. We've got Anna online, an incredibly gifted photographer. But are you selling your gifts enough, your skills, your ability as artists? Think more artisan. Jot that down. Think more artisan. Jot that down. What do artisans do? What do chefs do? They tell you about their menu. They tell you about their ingredients. You daren't walk away from their menus. You don't want to walk away from their products. Reading them makes you hungry. We've got to do that. And you know who else does it really well? And I know for sure you'll all agree with me here. Moo.com. How many of you are familiar with Moo.com? So many of you will be familiar with Moo. Moo must be 100% one of the only businesses I know that I visit and I immediately want half of their menu. You look at Moo and you're going in there to upgrade or add a few more business cards. Before you know it, you've got the stickers. Before you know it, you've got the postcards. Before you know it, Ailish and I have done this recently. We're having the notelets. We're thinking about what else we can purchase. They've got a 35% sale on at the moment. And why not? Let's just dive in there and spend money. Because their whole business is based from that premise. They want you to spend money. I couldn't recommend enough that you place your business under the microscope. Sharon's asking a question here. What is the best way to market? Oh my goodness, Sharon, I actually could spend a whole day on that question. So that's a toughie. The best way to market in one quick answer, Sharon, for you is really to start thinking about the process. And the process is, let's start with the product. Let's start with attracting the right tribe. Let's start with the language. And gosh, Sharon, come and join me on a marketing program, because that is a really big question to ask, a really, really big question to ask. And certainly one of those questions that can't be rammed into 60 minutes for absolutely, for sure, and not answered thoroughly enough for you, Sharon. Your business always deserves the best. No compromise. Absolutely 100% no compromise. So marketing is one of those questions that I want to answer with you on a day. I want to answer this question with you over a window of time online. I want to answer this question with you, Sharon, and I want to answer this question so thoroughly that you'll have the confidence to market your business forever. You really, really need to. And I love the fact, Sharon, I'm going to do a personal salute to you now, that you're asking the right questions. Because what you're demonstrating to me, Sharon, you've asked all of the right questions, 100% all of the time, 100% and in the right order, is you are steering your business in the right direction, but you are starving of information. Sharon, I really admire business people, and I really admire people that are giving their businesses the right fuel, and you are. Wow, I've seen quite a few of you saying you love Moo. It's lovely to see Emma. Melissa is amazing. She is. So many of you tapping in to all of the services like Melissa, Moo, Yvette. Gosh, glad to see we all have a lot in common. Great services, guys, because we live in a very visual marketplace. We really do. And it's about ensuring you best market your business in a very visual manner. We're talking a lot about this year. Technical. Please write this down. Please write this down. Technical. This is all about you guys, celebrating you. This is all about celebrating you. This picture was captured by Kay Young recently with myself in London on one of our workshops. I love working alongside Kay. She's a boundary pusher. She's a rule breaker. She's an artisan. She really, really is. Why do I say Kay is an artisan? Everything that wonderful woman creates is created from her heart, her head, and then her hands. She's a true artisan. And I can see who's online this evening, and there are other true artisans with me here too. You work from your heart, you work from your head, and you work through your hands. And that really, really inspires me. As professionals, my tip number four is this. Let's never, ever lose sight of our technical ability as professionals. Everything we do must be a mile away from what the consumer can create themselves. Who's heard me say that before? Everything we do must be a mile away from what the consumer can do themselves. But let's dive into that. Most consumers have amazing iPhones, whether it's an iPhone 6 or an iPhone 7, or I'm sure phones are available in other formats, but they're all good. They're all good. And they're all good at capturing moments. They're all good at Insta stories, but they ain't as good as you guys. What you have is gifts. Gifts on light, gifts on composition, gifts on post-production, gifts on working with people, gifts on, I mean, look at this wee girls' fairs. How beautiful is this portrait? How beautiful is this? That doesn't just happen. That happens because you've got gifts. So many of you have got gifts. So let's just pause for a moment while you think about you. Write down right now, what are your gifts? What are you really good at? What are you really good at? Anna Bokis might be online tonight. I'm presuming it's you, Anna. I'm presuming Anna Bokis is our Anna online. I do hope so. But Anna, if it is you, I can always, and I will always remember the images you captured while you were away in Hong Kong, the storytelling. You have an amazing gift for storytelling. You have an amazing ability with post-production. You have an amazing ability with colour. And I believe that's your gift. You have an amazing ability. Oh, I think Kay Young is online. Okay, is it you? Oh, wow. Goodness me. Kay is probably blushing from Kent, I'm sure. Sorry if I've embarrassed you, Kay, but you are an artisan, and I really mean that. Can I just spend a moment just saying to Kay, you really are. My treasured time is with you in London. I love training alongside you. I love working with you. I love feeling your heart to your head to your hands. And I can't wait to be alongside you again in July. Doing it again. Goodness knows what we will achieve, but I can't wait to be with you. Why, guys? Why do I want that moment? Because of this. Our technical ability is so important. We've really got to think about, what are our real skills? Let me share this with you. I hope it makes you laugh. Nobody will ever judge you on your in trays, your admin, or how tidy your desks are. But what they will judge you on is your craft, your ability as a photographer. So protect it. Look after yourself as an artist. You know I'm going to talk to you a lot about business. You know I'm passionate about marketing. You know I'm passionate about you being successful. You know that. It's a given. But what I'm also passionate about is your skill. As somebody who works with people like Kay Young, as somebody that works as a conceptual stylist here at Aspire, every time I do a shoot, using this as an example, this is my benchmark from April. And when I head to London with Kate in July, I want to do better. I want to style better. I want to create better. We want to work with light in a different way. We want to perform at our best, because I passionately believe that everything we do as artisans is preparing us for the next level. I really believe that. I really believe that every shoot we do is taking us into the next stride. Everything we do for the client is preparing us for the next client. I love photography. I love photographers. I love the opportunity to be out there in the light, capturing the moment. It's so important to give time and attention to saluting your abilities, protecting your abilities, and then market them. Market them. Does your business sell you enough? Does your business sell you enough? Is your about you good enough? That's what I want to ask. Is your about you good enough? You really need to sell you. Nobody will ever sell you as much as you can, because you know. You understand composition. You understand light. You understand style. You understand colour. Make sure that's in your business, just as the chefs do, just as the artisans do. Because I know you work just as Kay does. She works from that head. She uses her heart and she uses her hands. And we need to market that, guys. That's the difference between us and the iPhone. So when you open the day tomorrow, when you start a fresh day tomorrow, remember my number 4. Remember my tip number 4. Go back into those businesses. Remember, you need to attract that tribe, and then say to yourself, am I saluting and celebrating enough my skills and my ability as a photographer? And if you are hunting into that territory and you find concerns, worries, anything that's bothering you, you immediately have to promise me you're picking up that phone or you're sending us an email, because we need to nail it. Because this is a biggie for you. And why is it a biggie? Because of the next one, my number 5. And may I add, before we dive into number 5, it's my favourite: imagination. Imagination. This is the bit that defines you. Your product craves it. Your product craves your imagination. Your consumer will devour your imagination. Your consumer will devour your ideas, your concepts. But we have to witness them and see them and hear them. This is how we market today, totally differently. To witness it, hear it, see it, feel it. We really need to feel your imagination through the business. It's really about showing your clients. It's really about sharing with your clients. Allow your clients to sense and feel your imagination, and ask yourself this: can they sense it? Can they feel it? Just before this session, I had the privilege of being with one of my favourite clients, Wildsmith Hotel Group. Love those guys, love the chefs, love their concepts. They have the most amazing radical thinking marketing manager. He's just a dream. He thinks about his consumer, he thinks about his product, he thinks about the outcome. He's my sort of guy. And what does he want off me? My imagination. And what do I want to give him? My imagination. And what will define me? My imagination. What does he need to see and hear and witness? My imagination. So what did I do today? Yes, I did turn up with a pile of magazines. Yes, I did turn up with a pile of ideas. I had a total grasp of making sure that that client was super happy and could feel the imagination. Why? Because it's yours and nobody else's. People might try and copy and emulate your work, but it's very hard, guys. Write this down. It's very hard to emulate your head. Nobody knows what's going on up there other than you. Doesn't that feel liberating? Nobody knows what's going on up in your head other than you. And that must be liberating. So you've got to make sure that you use your head as much as possible. Your number 5, imagination. Can people feel it? Can people see it? Can people sense it? In fact, I ask you this. Look at your brands. Look at your business. Can they feel it? Can they sense it? Can they see it? One of the other reasons why I like working with Kay in London is because it is my time for my imagination. We love working with in London because it's full of so many unpredictables. London is a really groovy town, isn't it? But it's full of unpredictables. So the unpredictability of it all requires my imagination. When I get to our location and I'm there the night before and I'm marching the streets and I'm thinking about Kay and I'm thinking about the clothing and I'm thinking about the concepts and the colour palettes that we're bringing together for July, I am thinking, because we know we've got to knock it out of the park. And what do we bring into the arena? Our imagination. Isn't that so fabulous to own and to control? Remember that, guys. 4 and 5 must be really, really important to you because you're an artist. I'm going to get a bit practical now, though. Oh, my gosh. I can feel you already going, boo, she's gone back to business. Sorry. It's all about that earning a living. It's all about that effective day. But here's the thing, guys. How many of us love what we do? We can't wait to do the day. There is never a day that I don't welcome. In fact, many of you online know me really, really well, so you know I'm a rubbish and hopeless sleeper. And I'm a rubbish and hopeless sleeper because I can't wait to get up. I can't wait to get up and do the day. But I've got to get up and do the day smart. You know what terrifies me about where we're all at right now is, and it terrifies me, we're nearly at that halfway point. We're nearly at that halfway point, so we've lost half the year. That frightens me. 50% of my year is gone. Boom, gone, done, dusted. Can't go back, can't go back. So I've really got to get the best out of the next 6 months. Can't go back. Really can't go back. So really think about your day. Think about the hours of which you use. Hours contribute to days, days contribute to weeks, weeks contribute to months, months contribute to years. It's really important to ensure that within a day, you leap into that day and you've got focus, you've got clarity, you know what's happening with your business. You're leaping into that day with a plan. It's down. Don't waste time. You can't afford to. Time, in fact, is the most valuable asset you have in the business. Really know what you want out of these 6 months, guys, because they will go before you know it, and it's all about have a Merry Christmas. That terrifies me. In fact, I've just mentioned July. I've not even done June yet. Come on. So I'm heading into July, and I seem to have missed June because time will go so super fast. So it's about being purposeful. It's about using your concentration and your energy really, really wisely. Promise me this. Number 6, write it down. Effective. How effective are you being right now with your time? And write that down. How effective are you being right now with your time? Because it's really, really precious to you. It's a valuable asset. We've got a Friday tomorrow. Whoop, whoop. We've got a Friday tomorrow, and we've got to get the best out of it, guys. We've got to know what we want out of the AM, the PM. We've got to know what we're going to do in the AM and the PM. And we've got to really understand the time and how we're using it and work smart. One of the things we're talking a lot about on our lectures, I'm just about to head out to Italy, and I've done a lot of work out on this recently for my team that we're training out in Italy on working smart on social media. How many of you feel social media is raiding not only your time, but your concentration? It's like for all of us, do you agree? We're all running after that runaway train. I say to Ailish all the time, don't you just wish for 1 month all of the social platforms would unite and get together and just stop changing things? The algorithms, just for 1 month, just so we all can go, catch up. However, they're not going to, guys. So we've got to be really smart how we use them. Really smart. You know, Sharon asked about marketing. Sharon, we've got to be really smart about how we use social media. It's not just about posting. It's about being purposeful. We've got to be really smart and smarter about blogging. We've got to be really smart and smarter about how we e-fly and how we speak. All because of time. Many of you are already saying, gosh, absolutely agreeing with me. It's just like chasing a train. And here's the thing, guys, I'm with you with that. I absolutely get it. I get you. I understand. So we've got to get hold of that social media, our marketing threads, our strategies. Why? Because of our number 7. Oh, my favorite subject. My number 7 is my favorite subject. Sharon, come and spend some time with me. I want to spend a day with you on this bad boy. I could spend a month with you. I could spend weeks talking about this fella in detail. Number 7, this is the most important thing you do. Marketing leads to the money. Marketing leads to the clients. Marketing leads to the success equals happiness. Write this down. Managed marketing. You really need to manage it. So many of you said, nobody's listening. You're throwing it out there. I'm seeing a lot online. I've recently, and we're going to launch it to you guys, and I will share this with you. I have recently written one of the best programs I've ever written in my 2 decades as a mentor. Best program I've ever written. Incredible. In fact, and this will entertain Ailish listening with you, in fact, it's that incredible. I've even told her father, the artisan baker, he's got to do the program. I'm making him do it. And I'm making him do it because I know it will make him successful. It's the best thing I have ever written. I'm going to share it with you later. Best thing I've ever written. What is it all about? This. Managed marketing. We've really got to manage it. We've really got to manage the who we market to, why we market, how we market it, the language you use, liberating a whole way of speaking to your clients in a totally different way. We talk in tweets now. We speak in different sentences now. So manage your marketing, guys. It is the secret to your success. But you've got to manage it. Don't waste your time, because it's all about growth and outcome. It really, really is all about growth and outcome. Be really alert at all times to the actions you're taking. We talked about the tribe earlier, and number 2, it's all about engagement. But we've got to manage how we engage with our tribes. We've got to feel like they have a relationship with us. We've got to see and sense a social connection. You hear me use that term a lot now, social connection. And we've got to dig deep. We've got to really understand their why. And that is really, really important. Manage your marketing. It's all about really tapping into people's inner spirit and values. So marketing is a big one for me. It seriously always worries me of people that don't do it well. And one of the reasons why I was inspired to write this is I see a lot of stuff out there, guys. I see a lot of stuff out there. You know, one of the threads I wrote down that got you here was, you know, I see people saying in 6 weeks you could be a millionaire. In 7 weeks you could be running the world. Well, that doesn't happen for everybody, guys. I'm a bit more practical than that. We're going to grab hold of those Facebook strategies. We're going to get hold sensibly and wisely, hold of our social media strategies. Why? We're serious about being in business. We're serious about our children. We're serious about our mortgages. And we don't want any fairy tales. We want answers in a very practical way. Manage your marketing. It'll be one of the best things you ever do for the business. My number 8 after 7. I love this. Write this down. Write this down. Become a shopkeeper. Become a shopkeeper. I want to help you. I want to help you design a business that performs. A business that's in retail. How many of you would really like to run a store, a shop? How many of you would really like to feel, and I said to Ailish earlier, I can't wait to ask these guys this question. How many of you really want to feel like you run a store or a shop, that you really do? That when you create your business, that you run a store, you're running a shop, when you open your doors of the day, whatever time that might be, that your shop and your store is open. Let's do a poll. I'm really curious, and you should be curious too. Some of you are just still answering. I want you to think about that question. I said to you, write down shopkeeper. Shopkeeper. How many of you want to feel like you're really running a store? I just wanted to ask that question. All of you can see the results. This is good because we're sharing together. Oops, it keeps changing. It's like a moving missile. It's like social media. It's on the move. So once it settles down, it's more or less settles. 89% of you currently say yes. 11% of you currently say no. Whatever you said, it's your choice. These are your decisions. It's your business. Make that inspire you. So let's deal with, firstly, the 16%. So 16, 14, stop changing. So 14% of you said, nah, I don't want to run a store. That's okay for me, but decide what you're running. Photography, being a professional photographer, for me, right now, is about opening up that imagination, opening up your experiences, and giving your consumer, this is very important to me, guys, giving your consumer the chance, the opportunity to have on their walls, to have in their albums, beautiful, beautiful photography. Not on sticks, not on discs, that get lost, not on hard drives that collapse and corrupt, not on terminals that get lost, on walls, in homes. Art, darling, you are artists. I want all of you to give time and attention to number 8. The shop, the store, and being comfortable with it. So 40% have said, not sure. I mean, I'm all right with that. I really am. I want to change your mind, but I'm all right with that. However, 86% said, yes, I'm in. I want to open a shop. I love to think about you guys as shopkeepers. Who wouldn't want to be running Liberties, darling? You know, Liberties, you walk in that shop and it's oozing with inspiration. You don't need anything, but you want to spend something. You don't need anything and you want to spend something. Imagine if somebody visited your website, just like we do Moo. I don't need anything, but I want to spend something. So they visit your website. I don't need anything, but oh my Lord, I want to spend something. I want to spend something because I want to have that picture. I want to have that experience. I love the words that this person's using. I'm in. I'm buying in. I'm buying in. These are the sort of businesses, guys, we need to be running now. A business that you buy into. So the reason you are in business is you're in business to retail a something, whether it's an experience, whether it's photography. You're in business to retail something. So what's your something? Fiona, great question. How do you sell yourself? Fiona, that's a brilliant question. Oh, Fiona, all of the questions which anybody throws at me always lead to homework, so apologies in advance. Fiona, let's go back. Let's just step back a little bit. Fiona, think about you as an artist. How do you sell you? Who is you? Question I often ask Fiona, photographers on seminar, is firstly, what do you want to be famous for? I'm going to write them all down for you. Please write them down quickly, Fiona, for me. What do you want to be famous for? If your clients, Fiona, were to describe your pictures, everybody else write this down. If your clients were to describe your pictures, Fiona, what words would they say? How would they describe your work? What do you want to be famous for? Fiona, tell me about you. What is it about Fiona that makes Fiona special? Are you, Fiona, amazing with people? You just have a natural affinity from somebody that's 4 years old to somebody that's 80. Is it that? Do you, Fiona, create for people the most incredible concepts or experiences? Are you, Fiona, somebody that has a gift, a real gift for photographic art, signature pieces? So Fiona, to sell you, firstly, is all about belief. And I want you to start to understand what you are, who you are, and what you believe in. And what in the end you'll be famous for. Dive into the detail. Dive into the detail. Sharon's asking, what might you have in your shop to encourage people to buy? Love that, Sharon. So what might you have in your shop to encourage people to buy? Firstly, Sharon, let's think like the high streets thing. We would have beautiful, beautiful, beautiful products displayed in a far more visual way. I'm saying this, Sharon, to most photographers now. Gone are the days then you would just have frames dashed around a wall. For me now, that's dated, it's old-fashioned, and it's not relevant. Clients' homes do not look like that. Sharon, I would like to walk into your studio and I would like to feel and sense that I've just walked into Heels. I would like to feel and sense I've just walked into Liberties. I've just walked into John Lewis. I've just walked into a scene set within Marks and Spencer's, and it's got its gorgeous, gorgeous table with its gorgeous, gorgeous plants, and its gorgeous, gorgeous candles, and its gorgeous, gorgeous frames around. And what you're selling, Sharon, is a lifestyle. What you're selling, Sharon, is a concept, a feeling, a mood. We're being shopkeepers. Sharon, keep these questions coming. You are a dream. So we're selling a mood. We're selling a concept. We're shopkeepers. That inspires me. I am training all photographers now to be shopkeepers. I'm talking about moods, themes, concepts, collections. We are changing our game, guys, because it wasn't working. It was broken, and it wasn't magical, and it wasn't inspiring. So let's change. Let's shake the whole thing up and start to be smarter at our game as shopkeepers. And here's the thing. It will inspire, firstly, you. Secondly, your consumer. Fiona, another great question. What do you do if you don't own a studio? Really good question. What you do own, Fiona, is you, a website, and a gorgeous imagination. Yvette, I give you this project. Help us here. So people like Yvette and Melissa create amazing concepts, but so do we. So Fiona, I want to visit your website and I want to see some gorgeous concepts. I want to see some gorgeous flat lays. I want to see some gorgeous room sets. And I want you to make them. Even if you have to borrow your home, a friend's home, a hotel, I want you to create so many beautiful scenes, just like we do when we're online shopping. Have you ever visited an online store? You visit an online store and you were just going to get a rug, and before you know it, boys, it might be a girl thing, but before you know it, you've got the candle holder, you've got not only the rug, but you've got the table that was near the rug, and then you thought, oh my God, I really like that little candle on the table that's near the rug, so I'll have the rug, the candle, the table, and then that weekend I might go out and get the plant because the plant was on the table with the candle, with the rug. Oh, and you bought a look. Fiona, we can do this. Let's revolutionize this industry, guys. I don't even know how many people are online. Ailish will tell me later, but there's a lot of us. There's a big gang. There's a big gang of us. And the gang that's not online, unlucky, because we are changing the industry. We are shaking it up and we are changing how we sell. And we are becoming shopkeepers and we're becoming far smarter at what we do. And here's the thing, guys, our suppliers are going to have to catch us up because we're moving on. We're moving out of the old way and we're moving in to the new way. And why are we doing that? Because of my number 9. And I can't wait to share this. Boom. Loving and loyal clients. We need to keep our clients. We really do. We need to inspire our clients. I want my clients to visit my future store. I'm with you, Fiona, 100% here, by the way. I want my clients to visit my future store. And when they've got there, I want them to feel as hungry as we do when we get to Moo. I want them to think, oh my Lord, I want that collection on that floating frame. I want my clients to feel so loved and nurtured. They know I've created a concept, not just for anybody, for them as a somebody. I want my clients also to feel that they are a client. I say this a lot. Do your clients feel like a client? Many of you have used your first name. That's why I can only guess. Irene Cooper's online. I've seen somebody else's second name online there. But most of you are a Sharon, a Julia, Fiona. I'm guessing I know who Yvette is. The clues in a couple of the links that have been shared. But I didn't know who you were. But now I know you. I know you. I know you. I love you. I value you. I know what's happening in your business. I know what needs to happen in your business. Some of the time, guys, I know you better than you know yourself. And I don't mind because I'm nosy at knowing you, because I want to nurture you. I want to create an environment in which you're successful from, and you need to create an environment of which your clients need and want to visit. We're opening a shop. We need to create an environment within our business. We need to stay close to our clients. And you know what? It's going to be the secret to your success, mastering your version of understanding what your clients like and how they want to feel loved. Moo have got us all nailed. Would you agree? 100%. 100%. Got us nailed. We need to nail it, guys. I want to teach you how to master your version. What do your clients want to feel like? How do they want to feel loved? And what's important? And I'll tell you what's not important to them, and many think it is, discounts. It's not important to them, really. It's not. If they want it, they'll buy it. If they want it, they'll buy it. If they feel inspired, they need to have it. They want style. Your clients today, so much research I want to share with you. Last year, over 5 million magazines were sold, all relating to the home in the UK. 5 million. That's probably just me and you, Sharon, but 5 million magazines sold in the UK, all relating to the home. 5 million. It's a lot of magazines. That's a lot of people interested in their home. I've been doing some research for Italy, for my gang in Italy, a lot of research about the consumer, how they're buying, what they're interested in. I've got a lot of facts to share with them. And one of the facts we're going to talk about is what we spend on the home, what we spend. We're going to talk to them all about retailing, what we spend on the home. A lot of money. We are a big part of that, guys. We are a big part of it, and we want our slice of the cake. But we want to do it in a really sincere and honest way. Of course we do, because we want these people to be clients for life. So we need to master what's important to them, what do they value, what's our version of love look like with them. So you'll all have your own version. You'll all want to shower love and affection over your clients in a different way, your way. And that's really, really important. So that was my number 9. We're going to get to know our clients in so much detail, how to love them, how to nurture them, what's important to them, how we stay close. And you need to do that. You work really, really hard to get your clients. Let's start working harder at keeping them. We work really, really hard to get our clients, but let's start working harder and making sure that when they get to our menu, our stores, that we can give them the products that solve all of their needs as consumers. We really, really need to do that. We really, really do. But let's look at our number 10. Number 10. Proud. Fiona, this might help you. You mentioned earlier how do I really get a sense of how I sell me? That's what you mentioned. How do I sell me? Fiona, what are you proud of? What makes you really, really proud in your business? I love the word proud. It instantly makes me smile. I'm smiling at you as I'm saying it. What makes you really, really proud? What fills your heart with a smile? What should you be saluting in the business? What are you really, really proud of? Jot that down. Because for sure, we should be marketing it. It should be visual on our websites, social platforms, stories within blogs, Insta stories. What are you proud of? When you go to bed tonight and you're snuggling in, what's going to make you proud? One of the things I do, I should quickly share this with you. It's not on the programme, not on the agenda. Terrify Ailish now. I'm going totally off script, but hey, we're amongst friends. One of the things I do every day, many people know this, I think I might have shared it with Kay over our travelling time together, is every night, my last job of the night after tea, is I pick up my gratitude diary and I write 3 things down that I'm very grateful for. I'll jot all of you down this evening. You'll be in my gratitude diary. I'm really grateful to be sharing this session with you. You fill my heart that I can see that so many of you are passionate about your business, asking the right questions, focused on your business. I am grateful the industry has you, and I'm grateful for you online. So you're going to be in there. Every night I write down 3 things. What am I grateful for? What's making me proud? And this teaches you so much about marketing, about your business. When you get emails that thank you, when you get praise that's thanking your business, Is it reminding you of what you should be proud of? What you should be marketing? Many, many, many secrets. Gosh, I told you I'd overrun. Many, many, many secrets I've shared with you. I love doing every other month our top 10. Last month was really different to this month. This month, I really think about you guys as I write them. So I wanted to give you 10 things, 10 considerations. And then, as always, I do 11. So my final thought, guys, before Ailish and I change track, as we said, we're going to open up the question panel. But before we open up the question panel, Fiona, this is going to help you. This is going to help Sharon. This is going to help absolutely every single one of us online. It's about creating a business from your beliefs. I passionately, one of my core values and beliefs, passionately believe in education. Education really matters to me. We've got an epic blog going live this Friday, One More Sleep, all about education. There's a few of my words in there, my viewpoint, but it's all about an inspirational woman, somebody that's in education. She's like a bullet, Jazan Pafar. Many of you might know her. She's like a diamond of energy. It's all about her. Why is she on my blog? Because she believes in education, and so do I. Base a business around your beliefs. What do you believe in? Nobody will ever rattle my belief in education. Nobody will ever rattle my belief and sense of having fun every day. I've only got this Thursday. I'm in Friday tomorrow, so I might as well with you guys and alongside you enjoy these moments. So create a business around your lifestyle and your beliefs, and you'll enjoy turning up every day. So there are my concise thoughts, slightly overran, oops, concise thoughts. But before we slide into the question and answer panel, Ailish is going to do something we've never, ever done before. But I love a bit of radical. I love a bit of radical. I love a little bit of shake up. I mentioned to many of you that I have spent probably the last 8 months doing a lot of self-development, doing a lot of personal study, changing the coalface of Aspire. And in all of that change, there's been the launch of 2 very, very incredible programs. Really new programs for Aspire, new way of teaching and training, new way of developing and mentoring those in business. So we are about to be incredibly generous. And I'm going to hand over to Ailish when she talks you through the most radical things we've ever done. But here's the thing. Radical was my word of the year last year, so why not?
Okay.
Boom!
So Catherine and I are really, really excited tonight, after a fantastic session, to just be able to give you that helping hand to just keep going with things this summer. It's a great time of year to just grab a hold of everything and just really focus on the business and, really get the ball rolling and make the most of the rest of the year, like Catherine said earlier. So we are offering 50% off our 2 kind of flagship online business development programs. One of them being the 12-month online business program, which many of you may have heard about before, but I will go into it in a bit more detail in a second. And the other one is our brand new launching this evening Revolutionize Your Business program, which we're super, super, super excited about. So as an introductory special offer, we're offering 50% off places on this, which is super, super exciting. So I will just make that offer live for you all and then go into the offers in a bit more detail for you. So for those of you who may not know much about it so far, our 12-month online business program was designed for people who perhaps, always aspired to do our bespoke program, really wanted a major kind of development and injection of education into their business, but couldn't commit to coming up to Aspire for those modules. So we moved it online, and we've, really developed it over the past couple of years, and it's a fantastic year-long program. The amount of, ground that you cover in that time is fantastic. There's 6 different modules paced throughout the year. You get photography guidance, sales advice from Jane Brakel, who's an complete expert in that, legend. Heaps of marketing training again from Catherine. And being part of an educational community. Photography is often quite lonely for people, and so we find that having that community for people is really, really fantastic, and you can all kind of spur each other on and support each other in a really lovely way. What we also do with the online program is you are invited to live question and answer sessions with Jane and Catherine. So they take place at lunchtime every month, and that gives both yourself and other people on the program a chance to ask questions, much like similar to what you'll be doing shortly with Catherine. But it really allows you to get that kind of more personal and interaction with Catherine and Jane. So that is the 12-month program. I don't know if you've got anything to add, Catherine.
Yeah, I mean, this has probably been sort of a lifetime works for me and for Jane as well. Jane can't be with us this evening, currently flying off somewhere sunny. It's been a lifetime works for us. Our bespoke program has an incredible reputation, and as does this, and it's growing. And like with all of our programs, every time we write it, we rewrite it, we rewrite it, we groom it, we refine it, and we make sure we've got it right. As Ailish says, it's generally all online. It's very similar to our bespoke program, so you can tap into the advice, you can tap into the knowledge, but it's all hands off. You're at home and you're learning from the luxury of your home. Incredible photography, sales and marketing advice. 12 months, it flies super, super fast. It really, really does. It's all about self-development. It's all about education. We have our lunchtime sessions as well. And you do have access to, the 12-month bespoke course we do. And this one is the only course we are possibly and physically able to say, if you've got a question, just pick up the phone. Your business needs something, send us an email. Can only do this at this level for the bespoke and this program. You can't offer that to every single program you do, but we do it here, and it's incredible. It really, really is. And what is incredible about that program is, well, one, we've just given it 50% off, and I cannot tell you how valuable that is. How valuable it is. The value of this is practically £100 a month, £25 a week, and that is ridiculous for the level of attention, knowledge, formats that you travel through a year. That is a life-changing program. It really, really is.
Just for Ken asking, this program is actually starting on the 9th of May, so next week is the first module for that one. So, we can get you nicely onto that one and going straight away, really. So that's will work. Okay. So again, just reinforcing that we've got that fantastic 50% off also on our new program. So it's called Revolutionise Your Business, and Catherine's been working really, really hard on developing this new program for you all as well. So brand new, it comprises of 5 learning chapters, but the difference is you are kind of given those chapters and you can go away and work on them at your own pace, and really kind of, some people are juggling full-time jobs, and it might be difficult for you to commit to, regimented times throughout the year. So this is fantastic if you need that extra flexibility. And alongside those modules are fantastic detailed workbooks. So this is something, again, new that we've introduced, but it just gives you that kind of reinforced learning through these workbooks. You can learn at your own pace, as I've said, and again, you get the question and answer sessions to reinforce your learning, ask any questions that you may have, and make the most of the mentors who are on hand for you on a program like this.
So they're both very, very different. And people often say to us, how do they compare? How do they compare? Revolutionise Your Business, as Ailish said, was written, inspired by you guys, actually. So many photographers this year have never, ever, ever done so much mentoring. So many photographers this year needed to learn and needed to learn at a distance. They wanted the information, but they've got full-time jobs. They can't commit to the intensity of the 12 months online program. That 12 months online program is a very involved program. We are taking you from A to B. We're hands-on with you in the business. It's incredible. This one is about you owning the knowledge. We send you the 5 learning chapters. We're launching it on the 16th of May. Well, first session to get you settled in. So I know, you know what I'm like. I want to know that you're nurtured. I want to know that you're safe. I want to know that you're settling in. I want to know you understand your booklets. I want to know that you're free, baby, to fly all the way with this knowledge. So this is about you buying a learning program. And you will go through the videos. You will go through the learning chapters. You will utilize your work booklets. You will learn at your own pace. Those on the 12-month line know that we are pushing, and we want you to develop at such a pace. That we have learned is not for everybody. Some people just like to learn at their own pace, watch the videos, go back in, come out, watch the videos, go back in, come out, have the booklet, but they needed a little bit more than that. So they will join us on the lunchtime live sessions. And those lunchtime live sessions are, as Ailish said, every month. And we're already thinking about doing them every fortnight. We're already thinking, well, you know what, we might do a bit more of that. And then this is the only gang that are in my lifetime membership community. It's a community that I have personally been nurturing now for maybe over 12 months. It's a very, very private community. Many of you might be a part of the Aspire Knowledge Gallery, and I love you being in there. Don't go away. But this learning platform is really detailed. The homework's in there. I'm depositing knowledge in there. This is a very personal learning experience. So how do they differ? One, we're turning up. It's live. There's 6 modules. We're going to go through the booklets with us. If you've got a question, you're ringing up. The other one, if you've got a question, save it for your online session. Totally 2 different formats. And if you want to know more, you know what? We can talk through the whole shebang tomorrow in a lot more detail. So one, the 12-month online process is a longer process, a more detailed process. We're getting involved with your businesses. We'll know your businesses. But you know what I love about the business revolution? I've written this myself. It's got my heart, my head, and everything you need in it. But you've got to know that you are the sort of person that will go through those learning chapters, get hold of your booklets, turn up for the online questions, and you're flying solo. Our engagement is in our community, but you're flying solo. But you know what? For £5.77 a week, I've wasted more on lettuce. I have to confess, I've wasted more on wine as well. So for £300 for the Business Revolution program, that is incredible. That is really, really incredible, but you're flying solo. So I hope we've explained both of them. Ailish might add a few more thoughts before I dive into the question and answer session to you privately. Chat away, by the way. Ailish is here with me. Ask Ailish questions. How does it compare? Which one's going to be right for me? We'll even talk to you. If I know that you can grab hold of this knowledge, take all of that information, utilize your booklets, you're really happy to turn up for the question and answer sessions, you'll just be there within the membership community and you are boom off. That will be the best £300 you've ever spent on your business. But if you don't function like that and you need to function a slightly different way, the other might be your option. It really, really might.
Yeah.
So Ailish is going to look after your needs. I'm going to look after your education because you know that's the role I much prefer. So guys, gosh, we've covered some territory. Gosh, we've covered some territory about you and your business, and I'm sure it's triggered questions. So Ailish is going to tippy-tappy away to you about the programs and how they compare and what you should be. But I'm really serious about your business. I'm really serious about us moving forward. I'm really serious about us making some changes. But let me do the question and answer session. Fiona's asking which will be the best option for you, Fiona. So Fiona, in true style, Ailish is about to get to know you, get to know him for more information. We're even quite happy, Fiona, to have a really long conversation with you about you and your business, because this is not just about making choices. This is about making the right choices. And you know, I really believe in that, making the right choices for you and your business. As you can see, I'm just scrolling down now. I'm just checking that I answered all of the questions as they came through. I knew there was one there from Julie that I wanted to go back to. So, as Ailish is looking after your business needs, I want to look after your emotional needs. So, Julie, how do I prioritize my menu? It's a really great question. Julie, really think about what is, firstly, the thing that you love doing the most, because if it's the thing you love doing the most, Julie, you will generally market it better. You will generally market it better because it's what you really truly deeply enjoy doing. So what do you truly enjoy doing? What is your absolute passion? When I'm mentoring photographers, I always ask them that. Don't shoot babies if you don't have an affinity and a love and a passion for babies. It's a real skill. So if you love, Julie, weddings, if you love capturing children, but let's throw a wild card in here, but you also love shooting landscape. When we look at all three products, weddings, children, landscape, I will firstly, Julie, say, which do you love the most? If you could only have one, which one would it be? And you might say to me, children. I say, oh, okay. Well, let's make sure in the menu, and when we look at your bar and how we present the business, children have more of a priority. And then I would say weddings. We would also be looking at the value. And I hate to be practical, Julie, but we'd look at what are you going to earn the most money from? And the one, sadly, you'll always earn the least money from is landscape. Landscape photography doesn't really earn photographers like you, Julie, enough. Working with children. So your heart, Julie, is with children. So then what we would do, Julie, we would break it down. Julie, do you have a studio? Do you mind just quickly telling me there? Do you have a studio? Are you a lifestyle photographer? Do you have a studio or are you a lifestyle photographer? Because Julie, my next big thing would say, right, Julie's heart, and you guys online, you may be the same. So Julie's heart is in children and that's what she wants to be. She wants to be a portrait photographer. Then we would break it down and say, how young do you want to go? Do you want to shoot babies? Do you want to shoot toddlers? Or do you want to shoot families? And then we would think, do you want to shoot primarily, Julie, in the studio? Do you want to do lifestyle? Do you want to create concept, storytelling? So now we're looking at children and we're broadening the childhood menu. We're broadening the childhood menu. No, it's lifestyle. Julie, make no apologies for that. We can really make this lifestyle business work. So for you, Julie, we're going to look at lifestyle photography and we're going to look at sometimes you'll do a shoot and it will be about shooting at the child's family home. And it's a classic portrait shoot. And other times, Julie, we might take them to the beach. We might create a concept, a story. We might tell the story of that family. And that's another service within children and childhood. So we really broaden and we make you actually also, Julie, to become an expert. So you specialise in children and childhood photography. That's your number one. And then alongside it might be other aspects of photography of which you do. Doing children and childhood becoming your skill might unfold that we start working with regional retailers that specialise in beautiful children's shoes, beautiful children's coats, gorgeous little woolens and wool hats. And we make you become a childhood specialist. So Julie, that's exactly what I would do with your business. I would look at where is your love? Where is your love? Where is the passion? And then how can we break that down? It's a bit like Julie, if this helps. My partner is an artisan baker. And his love is massive passion. Oh my God, you will never meet an artisan baker more passionate than him. So his absolute love is sourdough. And then what he's done is created a chili and cheese sourdough, a walnut sourdough, sourdough rolls. He's made his first love, then diversify into lots of other aspects. So Julie, we're going to look at your first love being children. We're going to dive right into Julie's business and now look at how we can diversify out so you make the best buck from your business. Julie, I do hope that's helped. So, any other questions coming through? Any other questions about marketing, about sales, about your shop, about your store? Just as I'm gathering my thoughts, I might also think about a few other things that I might share with you guys as well. Okay. Oh, thank you, Julie. Great information. Julie, Sharon's going out there buying magazines this weekend. Julie, will you do me this for you and your business? Let me just mentor you, Julie, just for a second here. I want you, Julie, to go out and buy every childhood magazine you can get your hands on. And there's some brilliant new magazines out there at the moment that specialise in children's clothing, children's retail, children's lifestyle. Julie, buy them all, buy them all. Dive right into becoming the specialist on children and childhood photography, and then let's develop it from there. Absolutely, let's develop it from there. So whilst you're all gathering your thoughts and taking a deep breath, let's look at this. So many of you know I'm an avid blogger. We've won awards on blogging. I'm an avid blogger. I love blogging. I love the Aspire blog. Why do I like it? Because it's for you. It's your blog. Every week I shower it with ideas that I hope will inspire you. Great blog post dedicated to Richard Perry recently on winning awards. There's another one coming dedicated to Robin Goodlad. There's one absolutely, hopefully on Friday, and my blog behaves itself. When you scheduled them, you do hope it behaves itself. Dedicated to Jazz Amphithor, education, learning, knowledge, women in business, being inspiring. It's a great blog post, guys. Knowledge, learning is really important to you. It is what will defy you. It's what makes you stride away from a competitor. Give time to your knowledge. Really give time to your knowledge. Dive into that blog every day. Oh, Fiona, I'm coming back into one of your questions. Let me just have a look here. Is it a bad idea to have too many aspects in photography? Great question, Fiona. Everybody will benefit from this. Is it a bad idea to have too many fields of expertise? So let's just look at them. Portraits, equine, it might have product photography. My honest answer, Fiona, it's the only answer I'll ever give you, is no, that's not a problem. Remember, your ship, your show. Oh, thank you, Anna. She's also, just check out the thread here, guys. A lot of you were helping each other here, giving each other lots and lots of advice. Some brilliant advice, Julie, for you. The Milk magazine is epic. Snap into that, guys. Grab that. Back to you, Fiona. Is it a bad thing? Let's look at that, guys. I'm really grateful for that question, Fiona, because I get asked it a lot and it's quite controversial. I hear people all the time say, you must have a niche. You must have a niche. I love that. Must have a niche, darling. Must have a niche. You must have, pay attention, you must have what you want to have, Fiona. You must have on what you want to have. Jamie Oliver, look at him for a great example. He is somebody that would call himself a cook, a chef. He's a retailer, he's got a magazine, he's a blogger. I love the fact that Jamie Oliver is true to Jamie Oliver, and he will allow himself to use his skills, his ability, his passion to run that marketplace. Fiona, I want that for you too. If you have a love for equine, equestrian, you love people, sometimes you'll shoot people with the horses. Sometimes you'll shoot people in action, in lifestyle with the horses. Sometimes you'll shoot just people because you're doing what you love. Remember my number one. Remember my number one. You've got to, firstly, as I said to Julie, love the product. You've got to love it first, because if you love it, you'll market it. If you love it, you'll market it, you'll sell it. And secondly, you've got to understand it. So if you, Fiona, have got a real understanding of horses, equine, why not? So many of you online, if you've been trained by Aspire, will know of a great photographer called Andrea Dennis. Andrea's a legend. Andrea Dennis, I love this girl. She's a legend. She has given herself the authority to do equine, boudoir, weddings, commercial, portraiture, videography. She's just recently launched a new concept that's about taking pictures of teenagers in a very lifestyle-y way. She launched a video yesterday, epic. Brilliant, totally inspired. Wish I was 14, would do that with her. Don't you salute her for that? She loves photography. She's passionate about capture. She is a woman full of adventure. If she's not climbing mountains, if she's not doing a mud challenge, running London Marathon, she's creating a new concept. I adore that woman because she's living a life from her passions. Fiona, if you have a passion for equine and portrait photography, we're going to help you launch that business and help you launch it really, really successfully. Don't let anybody tell you you have to have a niche, darling. I don't have a niche. I recently launched White Feather & Co., our photography business with Jenny Hayworth, and I allowed myself to go back to my roots. I've gone full circle, guys. I've gone back full circle to what got me back in this industry in the first place. So I'm back being a creative. I'm back at the hub of photography shoots. I'm Jen's conceptual stylist. I'm back doing absolutely, guys, what I love. That's creating stories, that's working with businesses. And let me share this with you. It's an amazing epiphany about 8 months ago. We just had quite a tricky meeting, don't mind calling it that. It was a tricky meeting with a client. And halfway through this meeting, I started mentoring the client. Halfway through, started mentoring it, started mentoring his brand, mentoring his business, mentoring his team. I just slotted into what I do. Immediately, it just was boom, I'm back doing what I do. I'd moved from stylist to mentor just so fluently, I hardly noticed I'd done it. In fact, it was Jen that had noticed I'd done it. And then when we came out of the session, she said, not only did you create him a concept, not only did you protect his brand, not only did you really understand and get 100% of what you needed to achieve as an entrepreneur, you mentored him. Just like that. Because just like Fiona, I was allowing myself to use my skills, my abilities, my passion, and my love for lifestyle. So, Fiona, promise me nobody will ever corner you. Ever corner you. You've got to be true to you, Fiona, 100%. You know, so I'm loving styling food is my real passion. You know, so I'm loving styling food. I'm loving creating concepts for businesses. I'm loving going into businesses, working with them. We did that today. We came out with something really magical. I could feel it in my heart. It's going to work for this business 100%. I am using my business skills, my marketing skills. I'm using everything I have to make it right. I want all of you to give yourselves the permission to do that too. So guys, wow, we've explored a great deal. We've talked a lot about photography. We've talked a lot about supporting each other as entrepreneurs. But let me share this with you as well, and then I'm going to come into a couple of other ideas I have for you. So I'm encouraging you to read the blog. Take as much as you like. I'm also going to say that we also have great Pinterest platforms. that I dive into every so often. I shower them with so much information. Read them, take what you want. That's what they're designed for you. And then the biggie for me here is right at the bottom. I don't know how many of you tap in daily already to our Instagram daily motivation. I really do hope you do. I never schedule them, ever, because I don't work like that. Not on my Instagram daily motivation. It's far more authentic than that. It's not like a scheduled thing that I can do. You can't schedule motivation. You can't schedule philosophy. You can't schedule support. How can I schedule that? I start the week watching you, listening to you, following the threads in the community, and every day I think this is what they need. I'm like the motivational doctor for photographers. Every day I watch you in my knowledge gallery. That's the open one to everybody that's been on courses. It's the one that's open to everybody. You know, if we can, we'll invite every one of you online here tonight to our knowledge gallery. That's open to everyone that touches base with Aspire. And then my private galleries are open to those that are on programs because I manage them through it. But I read both daily. And I read it to make sure that we offer you the right support and give you the right tools that helps the growth of your mind and your business. Anna's saying she's using Instagram a lot, far more than Facebook. Me too, Anna. I utilize Facebook as a sister to our blog and a support to our website. I utilize Facebook to support you guys. But where is it happening for me? Oh, I'm with you, Hannah, there. I'm on Instagram. Where is it happening for me? Pinterest, business Pinterest. So a lot of this we will explore in a lot of our programs. You know, Ailish has been really super busy looking after all of you online. So remember, as you fall asleep tonight and you wake up in the morning, well, one, your Insta motivation is going to be there. And two, we're going to be here for you tomorrow. Lots and lots of you had lots of questions. Gosh, Ailish's little paws are burning away here. She's been at that keyboard, really, really busy, because we want the best from you. You must keep us close. You must always talk to us. We want the best for you. This webinar is going to be automatically sent to you. You've got your booklets. Go through the whole thing again. Get the best out of it. Make sure that you are a part of our world and we'll support yours too. So thank you very much for being online with us this evening. We're going to be next online together. I think it's in July. We do these very frequently. The content, my 1 to 10, always changes, always with you in mind, always with you in mind. So thank you very much for being with me this evening. You will be in my gratitude diary. I'm really grateful for your time. And it's really wonderful to meet the Julies, the Fionas, the Claires, the Kathys. Gosh, you've all been here. Anna, Sarah, Yvette, so many, David, Jason, so many of you committed to your business. Because remember this, guys, you're here right now. Ken's here right now. You're here right now, batting the corner for your business. Some in your town ain't. Doesn't that inspire? So thank you very much, guys, for a great evening. Thank you very much for all of your energy. Thanks very much for looking after both Ailish and I. It's been super great. It really, really has. So those of you that are heading towards bedtime, sweet dreams. For those of you that are heading towards a cup of tea, I hope it's a good one. So have a great evening, guys. All the best, and I look forward to seeing you online tomorrow. Good night.